Hey guys, we're trying something new here. It's a new project that I'm bouncing off the wall with my buddy, the Frog. Now, we both figured we do a lot of reviews, a lot of gameplay footage, but we don't do anything that has like a conversational type air to it. So he and I always text back and forth, and we have ideas and questions, and we ask each other, and we figure it might be kind of cool to share with you guys. Now, this is going to be kind of a trial run, see if you guys like it or not. So feedback is going to be key for us. If you have suggestions, positive, we really like this, we want to see more of this, or that wasn't helpful, I'm not interested in that, that's all valid. Be respectful, but post in the comments below. It'll help us out a lot. Also, if you have any questions you might like us to consider, go ahead and post those as well. Like I said, we can try to consider it. If they're good questions in the Airsoft community, then there's a chance that, one of us has probably heard about it and could probably at least speak to it a little bit. Now, the way this is going to work, we're going to try to make a series. So I'll post one video, and then the Frog will post one on his channel, and we'll make a playlist that alternates. So I'll ask a question, I'll say, here's my question, here's my thoughts on the topic, and a little bit, and then I'll ask him to respond. In his video, he will respond to my question as thoroughly as he can, and then ask a question in return, and we'll just kind of play this tennis match back and forth, trying to keep the topics rolling and just have this an open-ended discussion. And like I said earlier, it could be the direction of the conversation can be steered by people who are watching if it all goes to plan. So definitely keep watching, see what you think, give us feedback, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to kick us off here. So my question has to do with the new American Milsim rule of the semi-automatic fire for riflemen. Now, the idea of the rule is to make sure that all riflemen, they have the limit of 400 feet per second on the field, but we want to bump them down, so no full automatic at all. Before it was only semi-automatic in buildings and full automatic outdoors. Now this limits semi-automatic all the time. So my question to the Frog is, and to everybody else, is do you think it's a good idea? What benefits do you see? What frustrations do you see? Second one, following up that question I'd like to hear answered is, what do you think other fields should do following, if they should follow that lead, or if they should do something different? Because I've heard some CQB fields are deciding to do the semi-automatic only rule. Some places with some fields it's going great. Other places not so much. So do you think it should be universal, or should it be a case-by-case basis? Do you think it has potential of only being semi-automatic? Now, I'll give my 2 cents on the topic here. First problem I see is that with a lot of people's guns, the semi-automatic does not function properly or as good as it should as compared to full automatic. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, if you don't have an expensive enough gun in order to fire on semi-automatic consistently, you probably shouldn't be playing at these events. While that might be true, I think that a lot of the spirit of Milsim is getting new players into the game. And while my KWA and all my other guns can keep up on semi-automatic, my JG that I bought as my backup weapon for fun cannot fire on semi-automatic consistently. Granted, it is a cheaper gun, it's below the $150 mark, but a lot of people carry those. Now, is that fair to leave them out, or should they work on upgrading their guns, or should it be kind of like a higher class Airsoft event only? That's the only problem I see, is a lot of my teammates or people that we're trying to bring in to try to see if they like the sport, if they have to buy a more expensive gun to be able to keep up with the semi-automatic rules, that could be a problem. The other thing is, if I'm a rifleman and I'm limited to 400 feet per second and semi-automatic, why not just go DMR? DMR has a 400 feet per second limit, but you still only have semi-automatic. Pretty much the rules are the same, you just have a different engagement distance, which isn't that big of a deal because when I go inside, a sidearm gets pulled out anyway. So, I did talk to some of the representatives of AMS. They did mention that there is the rule that you can only have 2 DMRs per team, but if I'm going individually and I sign up, I'm going to sign up as a DMR. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless to try to run semi-automatic against another semi-automatic when he has an extra 50 feet per second on me. So that's just my topic and my ideas. Do with it what you want. And the Frog, I look forward to seeing what your responses are. Good luck this Saturday playing. Have fun. I'll talk to you later.